welcome to Ethnic Regional Cuisines cooking class. Today we are cooking garlicky stir-fried vegetables with Coca-Cola meatballs and jasmine rice. First we started with stir-frying the vegetables. But before that we'll give you an ingredients list. 1/2 pounds of green beans sliced julienne, 3 carrots, sliced julienne, 3 stalks of celery, sliced julienne, 1 medium onion, sliced julienne, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 3 cloves of garlic, or a total of 6 cloves of garlic, 1 medium jalapeno diced small, 3 cups of Coca-Cola, 1/4 cup breadcrumbs, 2 eggs beaten, 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1 beef bouillon cube, a large one if possible, coarse ground black pepper, and salt and pepper to taste. So the first step we'll be doing is heating up our pan to medium heat, and we'll add the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. While that's starting to heat up, we'll add the 3 cloves of garlic. There's a total of 6, but half we use for our meatballs. So we add the 3 cloves of garlic, and we let that cook, and we actually want the garlic toasted brown. That's a cultural thing in the Asian cooking where they like fried garlic, and you toast it until it's a golden brown. It brings out a nutty flavor in garlic. Stir that around a little. I was inspired to create this dish when my wife, who has a small catering business, she wanted a new idea for entree dish, and she uses a lot of vegetables, but we decided to go a little bit different route and add the meatballs. And well, I like the flavor of Coca-Cola, so I try and incorporate it once in a while into recipes. It seems the garlic is getting toasted now, so first thing we'll do is add 1/2 pounds of green beans. We'll cook these for a minute or two before we add the other vegetables. If you can buy a flat bottom wok, those are quite handy when cooking in cooking contests, because you not always have availability of a wok, but a flat bottom one will work on a portable stove, which in cooking contests you tend to use a lot. I first learned to cut the julienne, or the Asian style julienne, when I was an apprentice at the Homestead Resort. Culinary school apprentice for the American Culinary Federation, And Chef Robert Harper of Salt Lake City, he taught me how to the different styles and cuttings of the. First, he taught me French cuts such as bâtonnet, julienne, French fry cut, brunoise, and then he taught me the Asian style cut, which is like a 45-degree angle. Makes the vegetables thin and cook fast. It seems these green beans are ready, so we're going to add the julienne carrots. 3 carrots. I will also add the onions and celery at the same time. It seems green beans take probably 2 or 3 more minutes to cook than the onion, celery, and carrots. This dish is good for potlucks and dinners with special people because it's quite flavorful and it is a little bit flavor intensive with the cutting of all the vegetables, but as in all Asian style cooking, vegetables is a major part of the cooking dish. Next we'll add half a minced jalapeno to get a little bit of spice and kick. It won't add too much. It'll give it a slight bite. Next we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Give you a look at the vegetables. You see that's quite colorful and quite uniform in the style of cutting. And this concludes the Garlicky stir-fried vegetables. Next we'll be making Coca-Cola meatballs to go with the vegetables. Turn your flame to a low setting. And now we'll be making meatballs. My assistant here, cookbook writer is with me, my wife Marisa. And we'll be adding 2 pounds of ground pork, 2 eggs beaten, 3 cloves of minced garlic, 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Let me get on mix. We'll mix that all together and that'll form the base of our meatballs. You want to start cooking meatballs in about a medium heat. Add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. After that gets mixed, we'll form them into 1-inch balls. And the process of it is get like a 1-inch round ball or lump on your hand, and you circle counterclockwise with your palms flat, and that'll form the meatball into a round form. So we'll start forming these.
How big?
And adding them to our pan. They don't have to be perfect, but start browning them. Another recipe you can use these meatballs is in Filipino spaghetti. It's a cultural dish from the Philippines that's quite popular. They serve it in most of the restaurants in the Philippines. It's not in any way like the Italian meatballs or Italian spaghetti, but it's got quite a unique flavor, and it's actually quite addicting after you've had it a couple times. You start craving it, and you start looking for a Jollibee's in your neighborhood. Now you give these meatballs a slight turn every once in a while, and let them brown. I'll go, excuse me for a minute while I wash my hands. While these meatballs are cooking, we'll talk a little bit about the Philippines. It's a Southeast Asian country. It's mostly Catholic people. They're quite friendly. They speak, their national language is Tagalog, but they have lots of different regional languages which they speak. My wife speaks Tagalog, English, and her home language is Kapampangan, which is quite a friendly language. One thing about the Philippines is that they really take care for their elderly, and they don't ship them off to a rest home. They keep them around their families. They let them visit with all the older people. The young people come and visit the elderly quite often, and they let them live their life in a peaceful, family-oriented manner, and it's quite refreshing to see them, the young people treat their elders with respect. So we'll take a couple of these meatballs out. Let the pan get some room for the last remaining meatballs. I could turn this up to a medium high heat and make sure I turn the meatballs every couple minutes so they brown on all four sides. There's a visual impression of the meatballs. You can see the dark coloring of the pork frying on the pan. Takes a couple minutes. Philippines is quite a experience to visit. It's a tropical environment. There's a lot of mango farms. There's a lot of vegetables and fruits. Plenty of fish selection. My wife was always cooking fish, and a lot of times I go, "Where's the meat?" So we'll add back these meatballs, and we'll start cooking the Coca-Cola sauce. To this pan, we'll add 3 cups of Coca-Cola. We'll add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Half of a minced jalapeno. We give the Coca-Cola sauce a bite in 2 ways. One with the jalapeno, and the second with coarse ground black pepper. Now I use coarse ground black pepper instead of finely, because you bite into it and you get a crunch, a bold flavor, and Asians like bold flavors. Next we'll add a large cube of beef bouillon. Stir this in. You let the sauce mix with the soy sauce and the beef bouillon and the crushed black pepper and jalapeno. You bring that to a simmer. cooked in many resorts throughout the United States. I wanted to get a wide variety of the ethnic cooking in the United States and worldwide. I learned classical French cooking in the American Culinary Federation Culinary School, apprenticing and being an associate at the Homestead Resort. And that's a resort in Midway, Utah. It's quite popular. It's been there for like 100 years or so. It's got a New England style theme. A lot of bed and breakfast themed dishes there. Full range of pastries. Their pastries are quite delicious. It's nice living in Utah, especially northern Utah, because you could go skiing at the tip of a hat. You'd have 12 different selections or so to go skiing. And my brothers and sisters, they got into snowboarding, but I like two skis in front of my feet.
You doesn't have the two spoon of this?
If you're interested in these recipes, we have a collection of them in a cookbook called Ethnic Regional Cuisines Cookbook. It's easy to remember because it follows the name of our cooking class, so it's available for $9.99 plus $2.50 for shipping. It takes about 2 weeks to get to you if you want. It has a bunch of different ethnic cooking and including home style dishes like from the United States, caramel rolls, peanut butter pie, blackened salmon BLTs from Louisiana. It has grilled tilapia from the Philippines. But it's got the recipe has a Italian style flair to it with wilted spinach and wine and such. So give it a shot. You can contact us at Willie WILLY 903-209 @yahoo.com. Leave a message saying that you're interested in the cookbook and your phone number, and we'll contact you back and get your order delivered. Since the sauce is coming up to a simmer, so we'll add a mixture of 1 tablespoon of cornstarch and a half a cup of water. We'll add that to our Coca-Cola mixture sauce. It gives it a clear thickening. And you want to slightly stir them. As it's simmering, the sauce will start to thicken and it'll give it kind of a glazed look. This sauce got a sweet taste. It's got a bold flavor of the garlic, jalapeno, and crushed black pepper. It gives it a sock in the and the taste buds. So we hope you enjoy it. We're certainly glad to have you in our cooking class today. We ask you to spread the word around about these cooking classes. It's on Facebook, Ethnic Regional Cuisines Cooking Class. It's on Twitter. It's on Facebook. Now we'll start getting ready to dish up the plate. And we started the jasmine rice with 2 cups of rice. Jasmine preferred to the aroma, and it gives you the jasmine rice with the Coca-Cola sauce gives you a umami sensation, which is sought by foodies, professionals.
Don't put too much.
We'll start with a ring of jasmine rice, and in the center we'll add the vegetables. See, it's quite a colorful dish. Can you get a ladle? Ladle. You let the meatballs simmer for about 10 minutes. Make sure they get cooked through. And add your meatballs. And ladle in the Coca-Cola sauce. It's a signature dish. Let you view the plate. And again, we thank you for attending class today and enjoy this recipe.
Just